gonna be talking about the Eras Tour and what fate its setlist may await now that Taylor is gonna be releasing a new album. There's gonna be a whole new era to account for now, and she's already got a 3-hour show. So the question is, will she include Tortured Poets as one of the eras, or will she finish the Eras Tour as it has been so far, and then later do a dedicated Tortured Poets tour? In a way, it makes sense to argue that she won't change it, because if you think about it, this is just such a huge production that it's not something easily changed. Now, Taylor did start working on this album from before the Eras Tour, obviously, basically since she turned in Midnights, but she also said a lot of these songs came together during the Eras Tour. So even though Taylor really plans ahead, I don't know if she was able to plan ahead in a way to include this, unless it's gonna be like the earlier songs that she wrote. Or of course, she could have just already planned, okay, when the new album comes out, what changes can we make to accommodate? Let's be real, this would be a huge waste of marketing potential if she didn't incorporate it into her Eras Tour, which is the biggest tour for her ever and probably the biggest tour in the world at this point. And we know Taylor's marketing team is always on. So if you ask me, I think yes, most likely we will see some changes to the Eras Tour following the release of Tortured Poets. If she's looking for the most publicity she can get for Tortured Poets to run for Album of the Year, the Eras Tour is it. So will it be a fully fleshed out era? Like I said, if I was on her marketing team, yes, it would be. It wouldn't just be like one song that she adds. Some of the people that are thoroughly convinced that there's going to be a change in the set list have also found a little bit of proof. So when you go on Taylor's website to buy merch, now some people are either getting an error, or if you have the same as me, I'm being redirected to the page where you can buy Tortured Poets. The theory behind this is that the reason that you can't buy Eras Tour merch anymore is because they're going to rebrand it. They're going to add the Tortured Poets somewhere in there. Because obviously we can't have the Eras Tour and then have the new segment but not have it in the merch. Another reason for this that I can think of is that she's just trying to push people that if you want to buy anything Taylor Swift, please buy my new album. So again, we could potentially be clowning a little bit there, but I do think that new merch would again be a huge selling point for her. But now let's talk about how she could make this a reality. She's already doing a 3-hour show. So the chances that it's gonna become a 3.5-hour show, I think is pretty unlikely. Although at this point, I wouldn't put anything past Taylor Swift. But what are the theories? What are the options? Let's start with the one that worries me most. For some reason, and I'm not really buying into this, but a lot of people are talking about her removing the surprise songs. They think she's doing all these mashups because she's gonna remove the surprise songs. I don't really follow the logic in that. Like, why would she need to do mashups as a way to compensate for removing them? But also, I just don't think she will remove them. The surprise songs are keeping Swifties on their toes. They give an extra element of excitement to the whole show that is already an exciting experience. If you're anything like me, I go check after every show which songs she decided to perform, and I like to check out the performances. And I know people are also just joining live streams just to get the experience of being there, not knowing what song is gonna come up and all that. So for this reason, I do not think that the surprise songs will be removed. I think could happen is that she removes one of them and just keeps one and makes it like into some sort of medley mashup. But I really hope she doesn't do that. But again, I don't think she will do it because so many people will be disappointed. So from where I'm standing, I think we just have to face the fact that the set list will change and some songs are just gonna get cut. So now let's talk about what she might actually remove to make space for a new era in the Eras Tour. We know the shortest set is Speak Now, which is the one song, which of course later she added a second song. And that's without us acknowledging the fact that she just completely took out of the show her debut album. But I don't think she will entirely remove any of those other eras from the tour. I think Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989, and Reputation are gonna stay exactly as they are. The exception that I think she could surprise us and adding I Did Something Bad to the rep set, because she still hasn't played that as a surprise song. And of course, a lot of us are thinking she's saving it for the announcement of Rep TV. But if she is gonna revamp the whole set list, she might know that this will already drive us crazy. And she did add an extra song to Speak Now during the tour, so it's possible that now she might add an extra song to Rep, or maybe she will take something out and add that, but I will not accept Don't Blame Me to be removed. And I don't think she will remove Look What You Made Me Do because of that cool transition that they did between those two songs. I'm personally okay with saying goodbye to Bad Blood, but I don't even think she performs it that long that she could fit I Did Something Bad in that same time slot. But my expectation is that she's gonna cut from the really long sets. So obviously those are the sets from the albums that she hadn't gotten to perform yet. Lover, Folklore, Evermore, Midnights. We get 5.5 songs from the Lover set, but I don't think she will change the opening. Everyone is loving the Miss Americana Cruel Summer opening, so I just don't think we will get a change there. She did remove the Archer from the theater version of the movie, so I think it's possible that we can strike that one out. From this set, I think I would personally prefer to remove You Need to Calm Down, but again, from Evermore, from the theater movie, she removed 'Tis the Damn Season, so I could see that one also being the one removed from the tour. She also removed Cardigan from the theater version of the movie, but I just do not think that that's gonna happen. Like, we need that love triangle in there. I think it's more likely from Folklore she will cut out The Last Great American Dynasty. And I do like that song, but I like the other songs in the Folklore era more, so I wouldn't be upset if that was the one. And finally, from Midnights, I think Lavender Haze or Mastermind would be the first to get cut off. Because Antihero obviously is not gonna get cut off, it's the lead single. Midnight Rain and Vigilante shit, I think, have become too iconic as like part of the tour in their performances, like the whole chair dance and then the outfit change, that I just don't think she will remove them. At least not entirely. Maybe she would shorten Vigilante shit or something. And Bejeweled and Karma are again singles, so I don't think that these are gonna be taken out. With what we've removed right now, we've already made space for 4 to 5 new songs, which is about the right amount for her to add a new era into the show. If she really wanted to cut more, because obviously Midnights was the longest set and this is the new album, so probably she will want to make it one of the longest sets, I think we could see Vigilante shit, Midnight Rain potentially go. Or the one, which is sad for me because I love that song and I think it's a fan favorite, but the Folklore set is already very long. I don't see any of those other songs changing unless she really takes out Cardigan, which I don't see. It was the leading single and I think everybody loves that song. And like I said, the love triangle, we need that. From what I've suggested, I would really mourn the one, but I think I would be okay with the other changes we talked about. Because while yes, we are getting rid of some songs, we would also be getting new songs. So that is also very exciting. So yeah, let's not forget about the fact that it's gonna be very cool to have the new songs live and get like a revamped version of the Eras tour. But most importantly for me, I would really hope those surprise songs do not get touched. Leave them alone. Everybody loves them. Don't change it. I do also wonder if she might potentially make some other changes on the sets. Like I said, like with I Did Something Bad. But I don't see her making anything different, for example, in Fearless or in Speak Now. I just don't see it happening. What do you guys think? Do you think she will even update the tour at all? Or do you think she's just gonna finish it off as it is and then immediately go on tour again for the Tortured Poets? And if there are changes, let me know what songs you really don't want to see get cut. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!